Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I have a few questions for this IT expert. First of all, let me congratulate you for really selling yourself in 30 pages of giving your credential in the key audit in your report. I was trying to find exactly what it is that you're auditing, but I couldn't find. But I'll go specifically to my questions. And my questions are as follows. 1, are you a certified white hacker or ethical hacker? A white hacker is the same as ethical hacker. That's question number 1. Number 2, the counsel for the governor asked you a question, which was also asked by the county assembly attorney, whether of what is a MAC address. So I wish you could be able to explain to us what is a MAC address clearly. And then the next question that I want to hear from you giving us a clear answer is, since the title of your report, and I'll go to page 30, is it 30 or maybe 29? It says Cyber Security Audit Kericho County Assembly Voting System, cyber security. So what I would like to know from you is, which cryptographic keys did you use to be able to audit the system? Because I've gone through what you presented here, and these are basic things that anyone can get who understands internet, who is, in terms of who owns the domain. But really, I think if you are to audit, you're either a certified ethical hacker or who can be able to use cryptographic keys to be able to give us. But I have not seen any of those. These are quite basic things. And then finally is, my question, my time is over.
Senator Okech Eddy.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Expert, on page 32 of your affidavit, you have indicated here your primary objectives of this audit exercise. And I'm drawn to the biggest one here, which is to ensure the integrity and confidentiality of voter data. And because this Senate might not have as many experts as you are, what I was expecting from you is a proper audit trail. A proper audit trail of what is the event log of what actually happened. I'm looking at your entire affidavit here. I don't have any single element of event logs of really what happened. I want you to tell me in simple terms, because whatever you have here is a prescription of any system that you can do on a secondary level. You can do this work on a secondary level. I can look at a system and say this system has got, lacks these features, or this system does not have these security features. You can say that. But what we're looking for here is an element of accountability and transparency that can be able to show us that in the event log of what transpired in the voting time of 11 minutes, this is my audit trail. So my question to you is, where can we find your audit trail of this system that can show us event log of exactly what transpired? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Senator Otsotsi, to close the number of questions, then we go for 3 on this side.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I just want to clarify a matter. When the expert was confronted with a question to distinguish between a MAC address and IP address, I think there was some confusion there, because a MAC address is supposed to be that unique identifier that identifies. Let me process my question. Let me process my question. That identifies a device on a network, on a
Can you
unique
avoid
network.
answering for the witness? You
No.
just pose the question or seek the clarification so that you give them the benefit of answering that question.
Oh, very well, very well. But let me go now to the point. An IP address, in my own understanding, my 25 years of practice, is that unique identification that identifies a device on the internet. For example, Madam Speaker, when you have your phone and you want to transact on the internet, that unique number that identifies you on the internet is the IP address. I want to pose a question based on the contents of County Assembly documents, volume 4A, on page 30. There's a particular IP address 41.139.237.2.129. It has been used, Madam Speaker, 9 times. And I want to believe maybe it's because we had that one particular computer that the MCAs were using to vote. That could be the explanation. But I...
Don't speculate. Can you pose the question to the witness?
Okay. Madam Speaker, you know, in this house we have a diversity of professions. And in this particular one, I have a responsibility to guide this house, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I would like to know whether the ICT expert did an IP lookup. We have something called an IP lookup, where you can determine the physical location of a device on the internet. It will tell you the geographical location to the coordinates.
Very well. I think your question is posed. I will give the witness time to respond to those questions. Proceed, witness.
Oh,
proceed. We are
you.
coming to 3 questions on the majority side.
Okay, I'll start with the last in. So you talked about the MAC address. Yes, the MAC address is a unique number which each device, whether a phone or laptop has. And you had mentioned something called the IP address. This one, subject matter 41.139.237.129. We did a search on it, and we found it's registered under Safaricom Limited. Yes, and as you said, this IP address can be used by multiple devices. As I mentioned earlier, if all of us connect to the same Wi-Fi here at Parliament, all of us will have the same IP address going out. So all the devices within the House will have, within the Senate will have the same IP addresses. I think that one can answer that. Then
Speak into the microphone so that your voice does not fade away.
Okay, sorry. Then the issue on the logs, which are not captured, the audit trail and the transparency. Our mandate for this exercise was to test the high level security of the system. As I mentioned, we did not enter the administrator account, and we did not have access to it. So those audit trails and the audit trails which were to be provided, we did not have access to it. For the method or the methodology that we used to audit the system, we relied on the basics. As you have mentioned, the report is basic. You know, if something is basic and you understand, it means the person did a very good work. Because if you used technical terminologies, most of you would have said this thing is very hard to understand. And that's why we made it. The best teachers are the ones who simplify things. And that is the reason why you find it very basic. About being a certified white hacker, no, I don't possess that certification, but I possess the experience.
Are you done with